Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Mike and we are back for the second coat of our Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Ceramic Acrylic Black Wax. The second and final coat. It's been 24 hours. The first coat has cured and it feels delicious. It really does, guys. Oh my days. This is the third time I've done this now. And it's one of those processes where you really do reap the benefits when you take the time to allow each coat to cure. But it really does help when you do that. And this third coat, if you check the process, or if you add it to the process of polish, then coat number 1 of the ceramic wax, then coat number 2 of the ceramic wax. So this is, the third coating. It really does make the whole thing feel so nice. It makes the paintwork feel so nice and smooth, and the waiting time really does help. So we're going to go in and do this third coat now, and it makes it a lot easier. The last coat, the second coat of this wax, so much easier than the first coat. So I should be around this in about 20 minutes or so, half an hour or so, and 24 hours later I'm going to do a little test, a water test for you, so that you can see the hydrophobic properties of the coating, and what we have, all the results of all of our hard work. So let's go in and do the first spritz of the second and final coat of this ceramic black wax. Alright guys, here we go. Just three spritz for the bonnet. I'm not trying to wipe this off, I'm trying to apply it, so I'm just going to really use this cloth to spread it on. You want it to haze, and then we can buff off. That goes on so nicely, guys. Incidentally, these cloth that I'm using, I'm going to get this pronunciation incorrect, I know. It's either Gyeon or Gyeon. Absolute money of a product. I've used a couple of cloths, not all of them, but I've used a few, and I have to say, absolute zero lint left behind when you use these cloths. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys have found this when you've been polishing with this product, but I think with the amount of friction that gets built up, you get a certain amount of static, and that's been leaving some very fine lint marks, or not marks, but very fine amounts of lint on the car, on the surface. And depending on the cloth you use, depends on how much lint is deposited. And what I've found with this cloth is you don't get any lint left behind at all. Zero lint. So here's another tip, guys. As you can see while I'm doing this, you probably can't see, but this has left some hazing, some streak marks. I'm going to bring you in and show you the streak marks it's left. I don't know if this is going to pick it up, guys, but it's leaving some highlights and some streak marks when I'm trying to remove the product here. For this final coat, I've probably used a little bit too much product, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in with a damp cloth, and that will all be gone. I don't know if you can, there, right there, see a streak mark right there. Okay, so I'm going to go with a damp cloth, and in fact let's do that while you're here at this level. So I have a damp cloth here, another zero lint Gyeon cloth because they are so good. If I'm saying that wrong, guys, I am sorry. I apologize. If it's Gyeon, then you can let me know in the description, or I can Google it myself and find out. So the damp cloth takes off all of the highlights and streaking, and my note to self will be, for the rest of the car, don't use as much product for this final coating. So really easy to remove, guys, really easy to remove. Okay, with all the highlights and extra product and streaking off now, I'm going to go in with a dry cloth and buff. And that is money. Highlights are gone, left with a beautiful, lint-free, I may add, shiny surface. That's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Have a look at that, guys. No more streaking, no more highlights, just an awesome surface now. So again, I'm going to do the rest of the car. We'll do a walk around at the end, and then I'll see you in 24 hours time for the water show. We're going to call that beadworks. See you in 24 hours time for the beadworks. So guys, I've finished with the second coating of the ceramic acrylic wax, and she turned out really well. I am extremely pleased with the way in which this car has turned out. Gonna let it cure for 24 hours again, and we'll be back to do the water test. Let me turn you around so you can get a good look. So the pollen is actually killing me today, and it's all over the car. I've had to dust it off a couple of times just so that it doesn't look like I've missed spots, but yeah, as you can see, very shiny indeed. Very shiny indeed. Really happy with the way this car has turned out. Really happy. I will say one thing, guys. When you're using this ceramic, Total Wax ceramic product, you must use the damp cloth or spritz of water. I use the damp cloth. It's your assurance that you will get the gloss finish that you need. Damp cloth not only takes off the highlights, but it actually evens out the product and enables you to get a lovely buff. The cloth on top of the product feels so much nicer after you've used the damp cloth. So if you're going to use it and you want to ensure you get the results that you are looking for, the best results are had when you use the damp cloth. I can't stress that enough, guys. Anytime I've tried to use the product without the damp cloth, it's either been extremely hard work or I've found streaks and had to go back and use the damp cloth again. So that's my tip of the day. The damp cloth is a must.